Hey there, in this video I'm going to show you three very important things. I'm going to show you an example here too. So one of them is how not to throw away your money on a very bad investment. And number two, I'm going to show you an example that just happened this week of that very thing. And number three, how it could have been avoided and what you should do to not end up in the same position as this bidder did. So there was an auction on January 28th, and right now it's showing zero because the auction's over. So of course there's nothing left to be auctioned. So there were several items that were sold. All these here were redeemed. So right here, one sold for $5,800. We have another one for $31,000. That's not the one. Let's go through here. We've got Sweetwater, $4,700. And Southern Oaks, $65,400. Let's find our victim here, Algera. Okay, here it is, Chadworth. So it's this one right here. I want to show you what happened with it. So here, we've got this property, 1142. It's sold for $60,300. So let's go ahead and open it up. It's going to take us to the property appraiser's website for this particular property. And we're going to see here, it says land value $50,000. It's a vacant lot, okay? And we see the person did pay the tax deed because it's showing up in the history that on January 28th, they were issued a tax deed. So let's go ahead and open up, this one, I think it was map view. Let's take a look and see what we got here. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so this one right here, actually this was not the bad example. This is the good example. This is actually a really good one here because it's a quarter acre on a nice street. So this one they did good. There was no problem with that one. That was not the issue. Let me find the one that had the problem, you guys. Let's back up here real quick. Let's look. As I do that, I'll go through and let you know what else sold at the auction. Here we have a vacant lot here. Point Siena Boulevard. Let's click on the map, see where it is. Why do I look at this map? So this is one of those examples that show you how not to get yourself in trouble. It's best to look at the aerials first so you have an idea of what it is exactly. And this one right here, let's zoom in a little bit more. Zoom in a little bit more. Oops. Zoom in a little bit more on this one. So this one, as you can see, there's no road for it. They're basically hoping they'll be in the path of progress and that in the future, this area will get built up. Okay, so it's right off of this highway right here, and there's a neighborhood right here, but as of right now, there's no road. You can't get in here. So it's not anything they're going to be able to sell right away. They're going to have to hold on to this for a while. Okay, so let's get out of that one. That was Point Siena Boulevard. Let's look at Main Gate. This one they sold for $31,000. So this, I think, actually had a structure on it, but there was a piece of very bad land that was sold. Okay, wasn't this one? This was a condo unit. It's a business, I think it was, or a hotel, which was pretty good. That's another video I'll make for you guys. Let's see. Okay, this one, Sweetwater Trail, $4,700. So let's see, maybe this was it right here. I mean, how much money is worth just throwing away? I want to know, how much money would you think? Yeah, this is definitely it right here. Okay, so how much money would you think would be worth just throwing away? So this is the vacant lot right here. So $4,700, I think they basically just put it down the shredder. This is the lot right here. And look, this is what I would call, in my opinion, swampland. Look at that. Look at that. Look how far it is away from a road. The closest road is right here. There may be trails in here from three-wheelers, but the closest road is that far away. So let's get oops, this thing's a little finicky. I gotta hit the minus column and then make a square. Let's see. Wow, look at this. Like, it is way out in the boonies. $4,700. More than likely what happened was this person saw the auction going on and said, wow, this is gonna go for 4,000 and nobody's bidding. I'm gonna bid on it. It's property. It's real estate. Why not? This is why not. Never go in blind. All they had to do to avoid this was go ahead, and when you're logged in, it's a different view, and it's actually a two-step to get to this. So right now you just saw me click, and then all of a sudden I was at the property appraiser's website. But with if you're logged in, which you have to be to submit your bid, it's a two-screen process. So there would have been another screen, then they click on that screen, they come here. So my thing is always look at these maps so you can see where the property is, because you don't want to end up with something like this, because this right here is a whole bunch of water. You see this right here? All water. And more than likely this is probably wetland too. Or if it's not, it's very close to wetland type creatures living on this property, which then becomes a huge hassle if you're trying to build or do anything with it. So one of the ways to avoid that would be to not just rely on what you're seeing over on the, if we go back to the property appraisers page right here, because it's telling you here, okay, land value is about 12,400. So they actually paid the balance on this one. They didn't lose it, because what happens next? That was the other thing I wanted to get into with you. They could have decided, you know what? After I won the auction, I actually did pull up the map, and whoa, that is not what I wanted to get. So we're just not going to pay the balance. And in that case, they ban you. You cannot come back to the auction for a predetermined amount of time. So sometimes it could be 6 months, sometimes a year, sometimes it's like don't ever come back at all. You cannot bid in your name at that sale at all. So in this circumstance, they ended up actually paying for it. They paid the $4,700. They were issued that tax deed on January 28th. By the way, what day was the auction? January 28th. So you see here, Osceola County was issuing their tax deeds right away. But how would I avoid that? I would have looked at the map right away. That's the first thing I look at, so you don't waste too much time, is look at the map. Another reason why you need to learn how to do your due diligence, because there's a whole lot more to this than just the map. You know, we have to look into the county records. We also have to look into the tax deed records. We also have to look into sales histories. We also have to determine how much is it going to cost to do any work to the property, and even vacant land is going to require work on the title for sure. When you buy something at a tax deed, you just can't turn around and just flip it right away. There's got to be work done on the title. So that's why we research the title before we purchase the property. So definitely look into signing up for one of my programs. I teach you all that. I've been doing real estate for 20 years, started in 2004. And I've been teaching tax deeds and real estate investing since 2008. So I've been in this business over 20 years now, 21 years. So definitely contact me. Go to my website, buyingtaxdeeds.com, known as the Queen of Tax Deeds. And also don't forget to like and subscribe this video and watch my other videos where I show you an actual live sale so you can see what goes down and how people are bidding. Happy investing.